Hi there and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm covering trigonometry, covering the specific cos rule which is done in Form 4 and Form 5 sometimes, in math and in Add Math. Now cos rule is a lot more complex than regular SOHCAHTOA, which I covered in a previous video. So in this video I plan to exactly go through the steps as to when you use cos rule and do a few examples to show you how it's actually used. So please stay tuned to see more detailed solutions. Okay, so some students might say, well, miss, I'm just real confused about cos rule. What is cos rule? When do I use it? And those simple things. Now, let me just recap your memory. If I had a triangle like this, a right angle triangle, and say I was given this side here be 5, this side here was 7, etc., and I told you all to find this angle here, right? Now, you would simply use regular SOHCAHTOA because there's a right angle triangle, SOHCAHTOA looking like this, right? Hope you all remember this. Right? Sine being opposite of hypotenuse, etc. Right? And this would work really well, right? However, if my triangle was not a right angle triangle, then I may have to use cos rule. So let me go on to that. So if I had a triangle looking like this, and I was told to find an angle or a side, I may have to use cos rule. Now let me go into the steps of finding out when do we use cos rule. We use cos rule when we have all three sides of a triangle, or if we have two sides and the angle in between them, right? So say for instance this particular triangle here was A, B, and C, right? Say I was given all three sides of this triangle and I was asked to find one of these angles, then I would use cos rule. Now let me go into what is cos rule. Cos rule looks like this. Since my triangle is labeled A, B, and C, my cos rule will follow with the A, B, and C as well, but I would use the common letters. Now, before I go into that, let me show you. If here, this corner here is the corner A, then the opposite side to here will be small e. Similarly, if this corner here is the angle B, capital B, then the opposite side to here will be small b. And similarly, the same will follow for C. Here will be small c. So cos rule looks like this. A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos of A. Now I will use this formula if I needed to find A, either the side A or the angle A. However, if I needed to find the side B or the angle B, I will put the B in front of here. So another version of this same formula could look like this. B squared here is equal to A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cos of capital B. So again, these two letters match. And of course, the third version of this formula will look like this. C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cos of capital C, right? So now we have to figure out which formula to use. But of course, there are steps to follow. So let me get to that. So this is a breakdown of the steps that I feel we can follow when we have to do a question, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is start with a question and follow these steps. Example 1. So say I was given this triangle here and I was asked to find B, angle B that is here, right? Now the first thing I do, steps to do a question, is analyze the triangle to see if it's right angle. I'm not seeing any right angle sign, so it means that this is not right angle, so this is out. If it is not, then you could use cos rule or sine rule. Now I will do another video to explain sine rule, but for this one I'm just going to do cos rule. Label the triangles A, B, C, etc., or whatever the triangle is labeled as. So in this particular case, it is labeled capital A, capital B, capital C. So of course, here will be small a, here will be small b, and here will be small c. So C is 7 centimeters, A is 6 centimeters, etc. So I've done this as well. Now analyze what is given and what we need. What am I given? I'm given all three sides, and I want to find this angle here, right? Now I've done that. Use the formula for cos rule that has the required angle in it. Now, firstly, before I get to this step, let me see, do I really need to use cos rule? Now, when we come down here, we use the cos rule if we have all three sides or two sides and the angle in between. Now, in this particular question, I have all three sides. So, yes, I will use the cos rule, and I will come back up to step 4. So, use the formula for cos rule that has the required angle or the side in it. So what am I asked to do here? I'm asked to find angle B. So that means I'm going to use the formula that starts with the small b. So that is the one that I erased just now. It would start off with b squared is equal to a squared plus c squared minus 2ac cos of capital B. So this is what I'm going to do, right? Now the reason why I use the one with B is because say I use the one for A, then I'll be finding angle A down here. Or if I use for C, similarly angle C. So now it's time to plug in the values for the cos formula and solve. So now we're ready to do this piece. So what is B? B is actually 5, so that'll be 5 squared is equal to 6 squared plus 7 squared minus 2 by 6 by 7 cos of B. Now students tend to get confused here, and they tend to feel that this here is a term, this here is a term, and this, all of this, well, sorry, they tend to feel that this piece here is a term. But no, all of this is actually one term here. So I can't minus just this little piece 2 by 6 by 7 from these values here. I have to apply it to the cos B first. So anyway, let me continue. 5 squared is 25, 36, 49, 2 by 6 by 7 minus 84 cos of B. Now I could send these over. 25 minus 36 minus 49 is equal to minus 84 cos of B. And this works out to be minus 60 is equal to minus 84 cos of B. Now remember, minus 84 is multiplying by cos of B. So then I would get minus 60 over minus 84 is equal to cos of B. So therefore angle B is simply cos inverse of 60 over 84. Of course, again, make sure that your calculator is in degree mode to do this, and always make sure that you use brackets as well. So that answer there gives me 44.4 if I go to one decimal place and then I'll put degrees. So that, everyone, takes me to the end of my first example. Now let me move on to another one. Example 2 now. So again, we go through. Analyze if it's a right angle. No right angle here. I was given a triangle with P, Q, and R, and I'm asked to find PR. PR is a side, right? So if it's right angle, I use Sukatua. That's not applicable. If not, I use Cos Rule or Sine Rule. Now, will I use Cos Rule or Sine Rule here? Now, let's see. What do I have? Do I have all three sides? No, I don't have that. Do I have two sides and the angle in between? Now, I have 86 and 65, and I have this angle in between the two sides. So, yes, I will use Cos Rule. So, this is good. So, the first step, they say label it A, B, C, etc. Now, there's no A, B, C here. There's P, Q, R. So now I will label small p, small q, etc. So I simply do that by going like this. Here's small p, small q, and here's small r. So what am I really asked to do? I am asked to find small q, not so, because that's PR, right? That's this side here. So analyze what is given and what we need. We did that already. Use the formula and use it with the required angle or the side. Now in this case it's a side, and I need to find Q. So I will start with the Cos Rule formula that starts with Q. So it'll go like that. Q squared is equal to P squared plus R squared minus 2PR cos of capital Q, angle Q. Now substituting my values, I'll get Q squared, I don't know what that is what's P squared? That's 65 squared plus 86 squared minus 2 by 65 plus by 86 cos of 19. Now my unknown is on this side, so this works out really nice. So what is 65 squared? Go to your calculator, get that. So that turns out to be 4225. 86 squared, that's 7396. 2 by 86, oh sorry, 2 by 65 by 86 by, I could do it all as one, cos of 19 is actually, pretty big number, minus 10570.89768, right? So now I say Q squared is equal to, I'm going to work out all of this here, right? So that gives me 4225, 7396, it gives me 1050.102325. So then Q is simply the square root of that value. So I will actually get 32.4 if I go to one decimal place, and I'm going to put centimeters here, and that, everyone, takes me to the end of my second example. So I hope that you all have followed what I did, and especially I really hope that you all understand. Now if you do, feel free to shoot me a comment, or communicate with me in some way to tell me that you do understand, and if you don't, of course, please let me know as well. So take care, guys, and I hope to that you tune in for my next upcoming video, which would be on sine rule. Take care, guys. Be safe. Bye.